Okay, because I need a loud time for the intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the DJ's Daze podcast. My name is DJ Jones. I am your host, and I'm very much knee-jerk reaction recording this video because it currently is 5:02 a.m. on July 21st. And did I have an episode to be posted at the time that you're seeing this ready? No, I didn't, but I was going to film it while I was in Kansas. That did not happen, though. Do you want to know why? Because something else happened before that I feel like is so much bigger that I need to talk about. What is that, DJ, you may be asking? It is Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. Oh my god! Okay, so I've listened to it once. I probably should have listened to it 2 times before doing this, but it's okay. Tyler consistently, I'm just going to dive right into it. Tyler makes peak. Oh my god, anything that man touches is peak. I'm sorry to tell you. And if you're wondering why my pillow is right here, it's because I had to move it because my laptop is right here in front of me. Because I have a whole setup going on right now, but I really like it. The camera's lagging a little bit. I can see, but it's okay because I think the quality is going to look superb once we're done, so it's okay. Whatever. Anyways, Tyler makes peak, and what I want to say, I won't say yet because I want to give my thoughts on the album. First of all, I figured this was going to be a dance record. It wasn't that hard to figure out, but when the rules and, the audio came out, right, because, if you went on Don't Tap the Glass and you click it 10 times, you get this audio where he reads out the rules and he goes, number 1, body movement, no sitting still, and then he goes, dance, bro, in the background. And then number 2 is only speak in glory, leave your baggage at home. And then again, Tyler in the background goes, none of that deep shit. And then number 3, he goes, don't tap the glass, which I don't even know what the hell that means in the context of All in Which We Live and what came before us. But whatever, because it's a motif that runs through the album. But I figured it was going to be a dance record, especially with when he posted the listening party tickets. And that, too, was a don't come if you're not going to dance. And I was like, oh, this is going to be dancey. This is going to be okay. And it was not dancey in the way that I expected. I expected it to be dancey in a way of, Charlie XCX electronic. Sorry, I keep looking at my computer. It's literally right in front of me. And I thought it was going to be dancey in that way. I did not think it was going to be dancey in, the Too Short 90s hip-hop vibe. But I very much rock with it, okay? I love the little samples in there. There's a Too Short sample. There's a sample of something else that's, on the tip of my tongue that was used, in the song. I don't know. The first track, Big Mo, has Pharrell Williams on it, and I did not think it was Pharrell Williams. But it's so... Oh, my God, this album is so good. And here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Like he said in Rule 2, he said, leave your baggage at home, okay? And this is not a deep record. I mean, the last 2 tracks I feel kind of way heavy. They're a little more emotional, but, a lot of the record is just hey, I got bitches, I got money, hey, what you know me, hey, you know what I mean? It gives very much that. But, and I already see people hating on it, and it's because you people don't like fun music. It's the same way, it's what happened with Gnarly. You guys don't like fun music, and it shows. You can't just drop the seriousness for 2 seconds. You can't drop the literalness for 2 seconds and just catch a white girl vibe, and that's the problem with today's society. But, oh my god, this album is so, I got up. The album starts with the audio that was initially on the website before the album dropped. The intro of the album is what was on the website of him reading out the rules. And that rule 1 happened, and I said, damn, let me get up out of bed then, because I was about to sit in bed. I was about to put my sleep mask on, because Austin Knight always says, listen to music in the dark so you can hear all the little details and stuff. But you know what? I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to move. I'm going to follow what Tyler is telling me, what he's talking to me about. And guess what? That was the best decision I ever had. I was dancing for a solid 30 minutes, and it was so good, and it felt so well. And this album genuinely is peak. It's stupidly good. First of all, the producing, obviously. Tyler is so goofy. And I love when Tyler gets in his goofy bag, especially now. Before, when it was just when he was in like his teen years, it was different. But like now when he gets in his goofy bag, it's so funny because he will just say the most outrageous shit and then just go. Like, I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. But there's one song on the album that like he's just saying the same thing over and over again. And it's genuinely so funny. When he first started, I thought I was like losing my mind. I guarantee you the lighting just changed in the video. Where is it? Oh, it was on the double song where he just goes, "Bitch, I'm tweaking. Bitch, I'm tweaking. Bitch, I'm tweaking." He didn't do it like that. I don't think he did. Again, I've listened to this album one time. But it's so funny. At the end, bro, in the pre-chorus at the end, he says, "I'm in Atlanta with both Peachtree, maybe Glue Beam, I go beat. I'm not really pussy, I'm feet. That thrill is right on me like he. And then the chorus goes tweaking, funky ass bitch, as an ad lib. He says something else that has something to do with like being unclean in this song, I believe. I don't know, man. This album is just so fun. It's literally so fun. But I don't have that many thoughts because I've listened to it one time. And so like obviously not everything is there. I'm not fucking writing down my reviews as I'm going. I will say one thing. I tweeted on my private Twitter. I said this is Tyler's like 4th album with a song saying that he can't find love, and I said, bro, me too, because relatable. But I made this to say, I'm going to tell you a story. So before the album dropped, I did not realize that Tyler was saying 6 a.m. EST. I thought he was saying 6 a.m. PST. And so I said, okay, well, then I'm either going to be still up, which it's looking like that right now. I'm either going to be still up when the album drops, or I'm just going to go to sleep, and when I wake up, I'll listen to it. And so in this time of me being up and me better-outing, because it's the summer, and why would I have a good sleep schedule, his conversation that he did with Instagram popped up. He just did this interview with other creatives, and I love when he does that. He has a whole series on the Converse YouTube channel, and I think there's like 4 or 5 on there, and it's the Tyler Talks series, and it's him in whatever city he's in at like a Converse sponsored event, and he's just doing Q&As with other creatives, and I love watching them because the way that his brain functions is so interesting to me. Like, his advice, and he's humble in the way of, he knows that he's good at what he does, so he doesn't need to be, like, obviously on his albums, he's talking about, I got yacht this, and I got yacht that, and he was on Call Me If You Get Lost talking about we on a yacht. That was DJ Jama, but he was talking about we on a yacht, a young lady just fed me French vanilla ice cream, we all got our toes out too. You know what I'm talking about? He says on Sir Baudelaire, he says, cookie crumbs in a Rolls, jet fuels in a vest, swim trunks in a trunk, Geneva water the best, the passport licking thick, the afro need to pick, my skin soak up the sun, ain't shaking hands with you bums. Bunny Hopper, the new car doors they lift open, the lake water draw off of the French open, I rub it in these bitches' faces like thick lotion, that big B is in motion. Cold Beach cobbler do, spit like a llama do, used to be reckless, you should see what them commas do. He's just flexing, right? And so... And he does it in this one too. Like, he does it all throughout this album. I'm trying to find it where he does it on the first track. Yellow diamonds, black skin, I'm taxi. You can run all you want, you can't catch me. He says, oh no, this is Pharrell. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But he's flexing on this album, basically. To sum it up, but he's humble in the way, like in real life, he's humble in the way of like he knows he's so good at what he does, but he's very he's content with it, and it's just the way he talks and the advice that he gives. I know I said that already, but whatever. I just like watching those conversations because his mind genuinely is he's just such an interesting person. And don't mind the knockoff Tyler, the Creator merch from Temu. Okay, my mom got it for me. She was very excited to give it to me. Are you judging my mother right now? Anyways, because I know you noticed it earlier. But in the Instagram one, he was given such good advice. But one of the things he said earlier in the interview, and then he brought up again, which is why I realized that the album was out, was he said he was talking about create like a kid but edit like a scientist. And basically what that is like go off your reflexes. Sorry, I'm watching the camera lag. Go off your reflexes, like go off of what you feel, whatever you need to say in that moment, say it. Make the thing. Don't think about it. Don't put so much thought into it. Just make the thing. And he explained it later when he brought it up, where he was like, I say create like a kid because someone had asked like intention. Like, do you make stuff with intention? And he was like, yeah, I do make stuff with intention. Everything I make is made with intention, but it's made for like my feelings, which is why I say create like a kid, because I'm going off of my feelings and how I feel in that moment. And if I have an idea, I have to get it off. And sometimes he was like, I have versions upon versions of songs because I just have so many ideas for it. And they won't see the light of day because they were just ideas. But then I found the one. And in him answering it, he was like, sometimes I make things that are made for a specific environment. And it just made me think, like, it made me go back and listen, because in Flower Boy, which was released in 2017, at the end of I Ain't Got Time, it cuts, right? And you hear, sugar, you're so sweet. Well, they should call you Sugar, 'cause you're so... Right? And it's a completely different version of Sweet that we hear on Call Me If You Get Lost. But the fact that he started making that song probably 2016, and then it released in 2021, that's 6 years. That's crazy. That's like absolutely insane that he had that song for that long. Who knows how many iterations, but like I just think that's so insane. So I went back to his discography just to listen to it, to like listen to the original Sweet, and then listen to Sweet, and then because of where Call Me If You Get Lost is, and like I had to scroll down, and now on Spotify, like it'll show you other releases from that same artist that you're listening to, and it said Don't Tap the Glass newest release, and so I listened to it. But like whatever. I say that I was watching those interviews and then I listened to the album, and I say all that to say that it makes me so genuinely angry, and I mean this, and I've been yapping for 12 minutes. I'm so sorry. This is probably like all incoherent, but I'm just trying to get these out. It makes me so frustrated to listen to Tyler, the Creator, and I say that because he's so good at what he does that it makes me mad. That's insane to say. I'm aware that that's an insane sentence, but I do mean it. His shit is so good that it makes me mad. Because since Flower Boy, and even before that, as someone who's gone through and listened to his whole discography, from Flower Boy and even in Cherry Bomb, he is so good at what he does. He is an artist. He's not a rapper. He's not a musician. That's almost what I said. A musician. He is an artist. This man writes his songs, produces his songs, composes his songs, composes. What other artist do you know out right now that is composing songs? Because that is entirely different than producing. He composes songs. That is insane, and it makes me mad because he is so good at what he does. And listening to this album, yes, there's not a lot emotionally going on to it. Yes, it's not something that you can have a deep vibe in and da-da-da-da-da. But it's an album that makes you get up and dance, and you can catch a vibe with it in such an infectious way. And the production, even though it's such a simple album, it has so many layers and so many details, and it just makes me so mad because he's so good at what he does. And like it's that feeling is such an indescribable feeling. If you don't know what I'm talking about and I sound insane, then I sound insane. But like sometimes you just see somebody that is so good at their craft and is so good at what they do that it literally makes you mad. Not in a jealous way, you know what I'm saying? But in a way of like, when you get mad at seeing happy couples and it's not in a jealous way. Like, it's that same type of emotion. Like, why are you so good at that? You piss me off because you're so good. But not in a way of like you hate them, but it's just like, I don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about and I sound insane, then I sound insane, but I'm standing 10 toes down on what I'm saying. It's literally insane how Tyler the Creator can make peak album after peak album after peak album. I don't care what y'all had to say about Chromacopia, and y'all were like, oh, it's like a mix of Call Me If You Get Lost in Igor, and it just sounds like Igor Part 2, and da-da-da. Shut up, I don't care. That album was genuinely so good. Conceptually, the world that was built around it, the message within it, the songs of the, like, some of the songs just felt so raw. Tomorrow, I listened to Chromacopia. Like, literally hours ago, I listened to Chromacopia because I was like, I want to listen to Chromacopia the last time, it being Tyler's most recent release, before Don't Have the Glass comes out. And so I listened to it, and some of those songs are so raw. Like Him is so raw. Tomorrow is so raw. I Killed You is so raw, and I Killed You needs more recognition, but I digress. It's such a good album, and he is one of the artists, on top of a few others that I listen to, that every time they release a project, it gets better and better and better. And he said one thing in the Instagram interview where he was like, after Cherry Bomb dropped, he said he made Cherry Bomb with the purpose of, he wants to show people that he can produce any genre. It doesn't matter what the genre is, he can produce it. And then Cherry Bomb came out, and everybody hated on it. And he was like, no, you just don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get the production. Look at this bridge. These chords are crazy. This melody is crazy. And he said that he took a step back and said, okay, I know this is good, but other people, like, people keep saying, oh, shit's whack, but they don't articulate themselves. They can't articulate themselves. And so he knows it's good, but it's not good to these people, and he didn't understand why. And so he took a step back. Instead of defending his work and standing 10 toes down on it, he said, okay, let me take a step back. Let me stop engaging and let me understand. Let me try to get what the disconnect is. And he found that because he was so focused on production for this album, because from a production standpoint, Cherry Bomb is a really, really good album. But because production came first for him, lyrics and structure became second, and that's what tanked it. And that's what people didn't like about it. And so he said that he had to completely relearn how to write a song. And you see that on Flower Boy, you see that on Igor, you see that from all his albums past Cherry Bomb, and especially hearing that, like, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear how he fundamentally changed as an artist, and now because of that, he is just so genuinely good at what he does, and the talent and skill that the man has is great. It hasn't even been a year since Chromacopia dropped, and he has a new album out, and guess what? Any one of those tracks could have gone on Chromacopia. Any one of those tracks could have gone on Call Me If You Get Lost. Any one of those tracks could have gone on Igor. Any one of those tracks could have gone on Flower Boy. That's how good they are. Sonically, lyrically, that's how good they are. It's stupid. And that's why it makes me mad, because he's so he's so good. He's so good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, I can't explain it to you. It's a feeling that just cannot be explained. But it is just a feeling. But that's what draws me to Tyler. That's why I've been a fan of Tyler since 2020, maybe, probably 2020. And I listened to Igor, and then Call Me If You Get Lost came out, and I've just been a fan ever since. And you can tell, like, this is not Music is not, and he said that he says that in multiple of his talks and like Converse and with the one on with Instagram. He says it multiple times, like, this music shit is not like a game to him. It's not a hobby. It's not something for fun. It is genuinely his passion, and you can tell by the work and the visions that he has. And I don't know. Yeah, that's all I wanted to make this episode about how it pisses me off that Tyler the Creator is so good. But if you have not listened to Tap the Glass yet, because this episode is going to be coming out a couple of days after it comes out. Here, fucking let me check. I'm filming this on Monday, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This will literally be 4 days after the album comes out, so you may not have heard it yet. If you have not, go listen to it. It's such a fun dance record. It's so fun to listen to. It makes you feel so warm inside until the end. It really makes you hurt. But man, Tyler the Creator's artistry I will always applaud. I love him so much. He is truly one of the greatest artists of the modern time, and I'm not saying that to glaze. I mean that. I very much mean that, and if you don't agree, you need your fucking ears checked, homie. Yeah. I'm so glad to be living in the same time as Tyler the Creator, and I mean that seriously. The album's incredible. His work is incredible. His artistry is incredible. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next episode. I will talk about the things that I said I was going to talk about last episode. I'll talk about going viral on TikTok, and I said like 2 other things that I said I needed to talk about in that episode. And I don't remember what they are at the current moment. But I will talk about those in the next episode. Songs of the week. I mean, they're gonna be songs from Don't Tap the Glass. You should have known. We're gonna do Momanem. We're gonna do Momanem. We're gonna do Don't Tap That Glass and Tweakin'. And is this the one with Daisy World? We're gonna do Don't You Worry, Baby. We're going to do Don't You Worry, Baby. And you know what? We're going to do 4. We're going to do the ending track of Don't Tap the Glass. And we're going to do Tell Me What It Is. We're doing 4 tracks. Yeah. Love you guys so much. I will see you in the next episode. Stay safe. Don't die. Tyler the Creator forever.